So let me tell you something that makes me cringe when I hear it coming from the black community. Only from the black community. Is I'm chasing after the bag. And it's crazy because most people that say that, black people that is, don't even know the history of the money or the cash that you're chasing after. Or should I say bag? You have no idea or clue. So how is it that you're chasing after something that you don't know the history of? Which bugs me out. So let's make the long story short. At one point in time, far as, cash or currency, we used a barter system. You know what I'm saying? We bartered with one another. And then fast forward, we started creating coins, made out of gold and silver. And then after that, and like I said, I'm making the long story short. After that, fiat notes came into existence. Because could you imagine carrying around, let's say 50,000, for the sake of the conversation, dollars worth of gold coins? It would be too heavy. So they came up with this currency. You know what I'm saying? The currency was called fiat note. Fiat in Latin means let it be done. Right? And a fiat note was to take the place of the gold coins, silver coins, etc. And at that point in time, the fiat note was backed by gold, or backed by something that was actually worth more than the fiat note itself. Fast forward to now, you know what I'm saying? The dollar bill is like pretty much worthless. We as black people, we tend to save money, which makes no sense. Money is used as a tool, as a resource. Money is used to make more money. But we got that slave type mentality. You understand? When we save money. Save money. And saving money, let's use Big Mama for example. Big Mama had, let's say Big Mama was saving money. She had $20,000 saved in in the year 2000. In 2022, that $20,000 that was worth $20,000 in the year 2000 is not worth that in 2022. One of the reasons is based on inflation. So back in the days, in the year 2000, for an example, bread was $4. Now bread, for an example, in 2022 is double at $8. So that $20,000 that Big Mama saved in the year 2000 is probably worth half of that in 2022. But black people are steadily saving for no reason. It makes no sense. It really doesn't. We're chasing after the bag, or rather the cash, and we don't even know the history of it. We don't even know what the cash is made out of. And neither do we care. But we say stupid mess like, well, back in slavery times, I would never pick no cotton for no white man and this and that and so forth. What do you think that you're doing when you're chasing after that bag? Because your currency is made out of 75% cotton and 25% linen. So therefore you are picking cotton every time you're chasing after that bag. Just in a modernized way. And this is something else that you need to learn. That you probably don't. Most black people don't know. Some black people do. Some black people actually take the time out to research. Some black people actually take the time out to know what's going on. Some black people are actually truth seekers, such as myself. But this is something else that you don't know. A lot of black people that don't know, that's chasing after the bag. Well, let me ask you this question. Who makes your money, your fiat note? Who makes it? I just told you what the fiat note is made out of, which is 75% linen, 75% cotton and 25% linen. And if I'm not mistaken, I told you what fiat means. Fiat, if I haven't already, fiat in Latin means let it be done. So now I'm asking you, who creates your money? You don't know, and neither do you care, but I'm going to tell you anyway. the Crane family, they make these rolls of, for the sake of the conversation, they make these rolls of paper, and we all know that our U.S. currency is not made out of paper. I just told you what it was made out of: 75% cotton, 25% linen. They make these rolls of paper and they give it to the U.S. Treasury, and the U.S. Treasury engraves, and I don't even want to say engraves. What they do is they just stamp the paper that the Crane family makes. They put dead slave owners on that paper. Dead slave owners such as Andrew Jackson, George Washington. I know some of you all may say, well, what about Lincoln and the rest of them? Well, first of all, let's just tackle Lincoln. Lincoln freed the slaves based on a political move. Had nothing to do with him loving black people. Straight up. That plain and simple. You got to understand that. I'm not going to even go there. Y'all not ready for that. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I asked this question. What form of currency does the Crane family ask from the U.S. Treasury? I want to know that. Because it doesn't make sense for the Crane family to say, okay, well, you can pay me in the U.S. currency or fiat notes. Knowing it doesn't make sense. It's like you're getting paid for something that you created. If you understand what I'm saying, like you're getting back what you created, just with a stamp on it. I'm more than sure that the Crane family says to the U.S. Treasury, nah, I don't want that. I want my payment in gold. Let me ask you, black people out here in the world that's saying you're chasing after the bag. What would you rather have, $1 million worth of gold or $1 million cash? And please don't say $1 million of cash. Because see, $1 million worth of gold is actually worth way more than $1 million of cash. If the economy were to collapse right now, do you know how many things that you can do with gold that you can't do with a fiat note? Do you understand that that gold can be made in as far as jewelry? You can make necklaces, bracelets, wedding rings. Do you know that if gold didn't exist, technology wouldn't exist? Because gold is in everything. It's in computers, laptops, cell phones, printers, etc. So the reality of it is gold is worth way more. Metals, minerals are worth way more than any type of currency that's on this planet right now. Straight up. And for those that know that the dollar bill is slowly but surely declining in worth. I know y'all get geeked. I got geeked when I went out of the country, like to the West Indies, Nevis and St. Kitts. I was like, what? Say word. Every US dollar bill, I can get $23 out of it? Oh, let me cash that in. Or cash out or whatever have you. And then I started going around and I'm like, oh, snap. Yeah, true indeed. I'm getting triple, quadruple my money. If not, way more than that. But it's all balancing out. You see, you don't think about the cost of living in those countries. So, for example, Doritos may cost $3 and some change a bag over here. But over there, it costs $15, $16 a bag. And it's just crazy to me. It's crazy. The Caribbean, some of the people don't even know. They claiming that they are an independent country. How? How is it that you're an independent country and Queen Elizabeth is on your currency? I don't understand that. You're not on your on and they say EC. You're using EC. If I'm not mistaken, European currency or Eastern currency. But we steadily chasing after that bag, though. Steadily chasing after that bag. Giving up all our morals, principles, everything that Big Mama taught us. We'll do any and everything for that money. A lot of our women, not some, a lot of our women are sliding down that pole, getting on their knees, doing sexual favors in order to make that money. And it's crazy. I just told you who creates our money. The Crane family. If you don't believe me, look it up. Everything that I'm saying, you can look up. You can look up. I'm not making this shit up, but you see, y'all would rather go to the gram and look at big booty hoes and dudes, you know, big built dudes and shit like that. It's crazy to me. And you wonder why. Black people wonder why we at the bottom of the totem pole. Look no further. We don't even know the history of our money that we're chasing after, which makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. Money is used as a tool. Money is used to make more money. Straight up. Do y'all even know what an ROI is? For real. I'll give you an example. I got this Galaxy S21, right? As a gift. But I counted it as like I bought it. So at the time, of course, you know, S22 is coming out. It's already out, and the S23 is coming out in you know, next year. You understand? That's another story. Every year they make a S24, 25, 26, 27. Same thing with the iPhone. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Same thing with the PlayStation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all ain't getting it. Y'all not getting it. Anyway. So, you know, I got the S21, right, as a gift. I counted it as, you know, I spent my money on it. At that time, it was $1,500, right? So I'm using this phone in order to make money. So I invested $1,500 inside this phone, and my ROI, my return on investment, for dealing with this phone, I've quadrupled my money. See, a lot of you all are just buying cell phones just to take Instagram pictures. If I was not making money on these social media platforms, I wouldn't be on them. That's my word. Now, I'm not telling you all to be bosses. That's another subject. That's another topic. Everybody talking about boss up. I'm a boss. I'm an entrepreneur. Well, let me ask you a question. What's your LLC? You have an accountant? How many employees do you have? Since you a boss and you bossing up and you an entrepreneur and all of that mess, what did you make for this fiscal year? Who does your taxes? Since you're a boss. Please make me understand. Make me understand this type of cornery buffoonery that you all spew out of your mouth. Know what you're talking about before you start running this, before you Shakara Richardson your mouth. Metaphor, you get it? Running, Shakara Richardson. It makes no sense to me. It just doesn't. It really doesn't. So how many of you all have invested in something and had a ROI, a return on your investment? How many? Or is it that you all are just consumers? And don't get it twisted. We do need that. And everybody is. Warren Buffett is one, Bill Gates, etc. But you don't have to just be a consumer. That's the point that I'm making to you. And that's what most black people are, consumers. Black Friday's coming up. Black Friday's coming up. So what you gonna do? You gonna get a bigger TV? You do realize this. I just want to let y'all on a goddamn secret. It really isn't a secret. I'm gonna give you an example, right? If you got the iPhone 14, You know that Apple, straight up, excuse me, I should put it in a question form. Do you know that Apple already has, if not the design for it, but they already have the iPhone 50 by now? They just milking you. That's all they doing. It's just milking you every year. And you the idiot that falls for it. You chasing after that bag, right? This bugs me out. So I'm gonna end it. You know what I'm saying? These videos are gonna be short, simple, and sweet. Straight up. No more 30, 40, 50 minute long videos unless it's needed. Yo, do your homework. Do your homework, brothers and sisters. Straight up. Do you see, I'm going to say this one last thing. Do you see Warren Buffett holding up cash phones, with whatever you all call it, your cash, talking on the phone? Do you see Warren Buffett or Tom Brady throwing dollars everywhere? Do you see Bill Gates throwing dollars everywhere? You know what bugs me out? And this is the big shabanger bang. I've been waiting to say this whole entire video. Straight up. You know what bugs me out? And this is dedicated to all races, because I've seen this more in the black race, but I've seen white people do it too. One day, I was at Rivergate. For those that don't know, Rivergate is a Rivergate shopping center that's located in Charlotte, North Carolina, Still Creek area, right? I drive past McDonald's and I see a black dude in a Lamborghini ordering off the dollar menu. You got a $500,000 car and you're putting $5 to $10 inside your body. That's gonna cause you to go to the hospital later on if that's your diet. Cause you to go to the hospital later on, and you're gonna have to spend thousands of dollars on your prescription pills. Doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. Our priorities are elsewhere. So, black people, if you think that you're not a SLAVE, is sadly mistaken. You are. You're just more modernized, that's it. But taking heed, you are still a slave. Other than that, my name is Langston2992. I want you to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely share this video. You're a slave because you're chasing after that goddamn bag. Not your life. Not your family. Not your health.